no rules anymore, no unity.
The hunters are splintered. It's anarchy.
And that's why we pick sides and get raced. And you know why? Because we don't get blinded by feelings. We're winners, not whiners.
Right, guy. You're out of luck, kiddo. I don't need any more recruits for the monster hunt. Now get out of my face before I lose my temper. There's a lot of planning to do.
We'll never make it out of here.
None of us will. The evacuation is just a farce.
Have you met that shady Russian doctor downtown? He's a total crook. But he knows how to get past those scanner gates AIDs set up all over Jericho. Apparently, he has the right connections, whatever that means.
Hunting creepy crawlies for money. Is this what my life's come to? You know, I used to be an accountant, head of finance at Creo HQ. But after the event, the world went to hell in a handbasket. So much for our enlightened society. It's kill or be killed now. I know my choice. What's yours?
Last hope.
I've listened to his sermon.
Never seen you at the court before. How do you like Jericho City's new state-of-the-art mall? The real store's closed down a long time ago, but you can still do some business if you're willing to pay an arm and a leg. I didn't mean that literally, okay? You never know if you're talking to one of those crazy limb-cutting SOBs nowadays.
My husband's caught the defrag. He's just a shadow of his former self now. Nanites growing all over his body, hollowing him out bit by bit. But we're not giving up. That's why I'm here. I've got to find some supplies somewhere, somehow.
Looking for something to buy? I'd love to make you an offer, but my hands are tied.
After that nasty defrag disease broke out, I helped as much as I could. So whatever the children of the Spark smuggled into the city for a fraction of the price.
After a while, I was drowning in debt, so I borrowed a bit of money from a nice young gentleman. I should have known better. He turned out to be nothing but a loan shark, and I was easy prey. But I'm no dotty old lady, you see? I know what's going on. His threats get more brazen every day. Soon he'll come after my grandkids. Are you sure? I don't have anything to give you for your trouble, not even a penny. If you really think you can do it, look for a guy called Finn and tell him Miss Fox sent you. He's doing most of his business in Port Nixon these days.
I owe him 2,000 tech scrap. If you can make that villain cancel my debt, I could buy new wares and stock my shelves again.
I should warn you, though. Finn is a shrewd businessman. He'll try to con you out of everything you own. Time was that little cheat would have already been thrown in jail. But nowadays, it's all about image. Below the surface, he's a con man through and through. Finn knows how to play the victim card. He'll take you to the cleaners if you give him any kind of edge. Thanks for asking, young'un. I've learned a lot of things during my long life, so I'll just say this. You only start caring about money once you don't have any. I just don't know what I'll do if Finn comes after me or my grandkids. Find Finn in Port Nixon and teach him not to mess with an old woman. In the smuggling business, eh? Don't worry, I understand. We do what we must to stay afloat. Here, take this. Maybe it'll ease your burden a bit.
If you want to go to the harbor, ask Brother Eli or get stuffed. If you want to go to the harbor, ask Brother Eli or get stuffed.
Right, guys. We'll be on the hunt soon.
Behold, Lord Eli.
I'm warning you. This is your final chance. Who sent you? Was it my brother?
Hey, need some wicked drone implants? Cool by me, either way, but you gotta get on with it. I have so much stuff on my mind, it feels like my brain's gonna explode. Yeah, you touch it, you buy it. We clear? You wanna buy some fat stuff? My drones are like radical. Does it look like I'm in trouble? Well, yeah, probably does. Doesn't mean that I trust you though, okay? You can't be too careful. Does it look like I'm in trouble? Well, yeah, probably does. Yeah, you touch it, you buy it. You wanna buy some fat stuff? My drones are like radical. Does it look like I'm in? Well, yeah. Well. All right, peace out.
This is your final chance. Of course, I should have known. But why did that witless cretin Johnny ask you to spy on me, Declan? No reason to hold back.
He thinks you're out to get him.
He thinks what? It's not like he's leaving me with a choice, is it? I've always honored our faith, preached the good word, and welcomed lost sheep into our flock. That's it. I give up. He will never learn the error of his sinful ways. He's brought this on himself by gorging himself on junk food like a glutton, indulging in carnal pleasures, and selling drugs to washed-up junkies like yourself. Wastrels, fornicators, heathens, the lot of them. You people disgust me. Soon our most glorious day shall dawn. The skies will be rent asunder with a deafening roar. The harbingers will descend and dispense holy, righteous justice. We will cast off our frail skin, flee our prison of the flesh once and for all. Soon, there will be neither man nor machine, just eternal life. Do you really think that fat slob Johnny of all people will be the one to bring forth this new dawn? Trust me, Declan. This discussion is far from over. Justice will be served one way or another. I know there's something you haven't told me. Who sent you? Was it my brother?
Yeah!
Of course. I should have known. But why? Welcome to our humble chapel. They call me Brother Eli. I've been taking a lot of lost souls under my wing. My disciple Truman told me of your coming. But enough about me. Tell me about yourself. You really don't know who I am? How unusual. I'm Matriarch Celeste's eldest son, a humble shepherd with small ambitions. Everything I do is to serve the glory of the spark and its mighty nanite harbingers. As they descend from the heavens, a new dawn rises. Even now, we lead the charge, providing power and food to the surviving few, whether they join our cause or not. The gateway to Port Nixon is locked for a reason. Nobody gets in or out without my express consent. A hardened criminal, huh? Tell me, why did they arrest you? Yeah, I remember that crash all too well. Damn plane came down in the middle of Port Nixon. Almost took out our cathedral. The spark must have guided you to me. I know what a coincidence looks like, and this ain't one. Glad you asked. I'm in deep water. Supplying our fellow men with salvage goods is getting harder by the minute. Everything I've accomplished is at stake, and the biggest threat is right here, inside my own ranks. I've got a bit of a family issue going on. My brother, little Johnny, has always been in charge of Port Nixon's streets. After the nanomachines appeared, the outsiders came to drive us away. Our time had come, a real chance to prove our gospel's truth. We won, but Johnny's warped mind wouldn't give up the substance we used to expand our minds and bodies, the blue sparkle. Now he's nothing but a drug lord. Someone has to bring him to justice. I'd confront him myself, but there'd be hell to pay if anybody saw me interfering, as it were. Only an outsider can take care of this mess. Excellent. My associate downstairs will let you pass through the harbor gate now. Report to me once you put things to rest. Port Nixon is one of the oldest districts in Jericho. The whole city grew from that area. Nowadays, it's a hotbed for crime and violence. That's why our church is so important. We are Port Nixon's beacon. It's shining light. We bring hope and optimism. Or at least we did until little Johnny corrupted our holy cause. Who? Him? He's just one of my little brother's pushers. I caught him red-handed with a stash of drugs. I've been trying to make him come clean for hours, but he's been, well, shall we say, rather stubborn. He'll change his mind soon enough. Sinners always do. May the spark guide you.
Do I smell a new audio log? Come on over and show me. Hi, I'm Mr. Scrappy, your all-in-one rumor monger, information resource, and audiophile vendor. I'll scan every audio recording you have and reward you accordingly. So, what do you say? Fill me in on the latest gossip, and I'll give you something even better in return. I'm not surprised you agreed. After all, I've studied your profile. All you need to do is bring me your audio recordings every once in a while for review. Since I'm in a generous mood, I'll compensate you with a couple of exclusive lost recordings. Here, the first one's on the house. Welcome back, unknown stranger. So, how about sharing some information? 1 second, I'll check my database. Have you heard about the Great Wall of Jericho? The governor had it erected to keep defrag at bay. At least, that's the official statement. Most of my clients believe they've isolated this place to sweep us under the rug. Literally and figuratively. Whatever that means. Check back in soon. I'll keep you in the loop. Nothing in this world is free. By accepting my help, you've already agreed to my terms of service. I'll give you all the information I have and sell everything I know about you to the highest bidder. It's a fair deal. Agreed? You have collected 10 audio files. You have reached Reward Tier 1. Great work. Enjoy listening. It's on the house. I will only say this once. The password is Keymaker. You'll know when to use it.
This is Podshot, back from the dead for another season of film news, reviews, and gossip straight from the horse's mouth. Hi there, I'm your host, Dr. Phoenix Q. Rishbotter. This year, I'll be dedicating the show to my favorite film series, Iron Mouse. Now, let's start with the first and best entry in an increasingly desperate string of box office disasters. To me, one thing was clear from the initial frame. This movie is literally perfect. Apart from the writing, and the score, and the lighting, and the props. And the list goes on. But the worst offender by far is the so-called acting. I mean, seriously, guys. Kyle Baxter as Iron Mouse? Who had the brilliant idea to cast this flabby old ham as a rodent of all things? This film is the cinematic equivalent of mouse droppings. Small, grimy, and leaves a bad aftertaste. And on that note, see you next week for my review of Iron Mouse 2.
If Brother Eli trusts you, yeah, it's good enough for me, my friend. You can pass. If Brother Eli trusts you, you can pass. You can pass.
If necessary. Yeah, right. These people don't want to be saved. They killed everyone. I'm the last survivor. But we found something at the harbor. Something big. Flight 221. And there was a survivor. We lost the girl. Failed our mission. I'll have my revenge. Just you wait. You goddamn bastards.
My poor, benighted children. It is I, Celeste, your humble matriarch. Even though you accept
Come on, just try it. It'll expand your consciousness.
What if there's no going back? My brother had a dose of blue sparkle once. A few weeks later, we found him dead in the gutter.
That's what your mom tells you. Because she needs a scapegoat. Because she can't face the fact she drove him to kill himself.
But...
Don't worry. This will make the pain go away. Forever. You can stop whenever you want.
Okay. But... just this once.
Hey! Can you hear me, morons? Who turned the damn power back on? I shut this medbay down for a reason, you good-for-nothing gas bags! Says who? I'm little Johnny, your frickin' lord and master, shit for brains. Once I find you, I'll gouge your eyes out with a rusty spoon. Are you trying to get fresh with me?
bad idea. They'll find.
Repent your sins, heathens! Judgment Day is nigh. The spark will strike. The world will change.
I'm at the end of my rope, Gov. Oi, Governor. How about a piece of tech scrap so I can feed me starving family? I can show you the way, Gov. Been round Jericho for decades. Of course, I was living a bit more upmarket back in the day. Only a couple of months ago, I was one of Creo's biggest shareholders. Nowadays, the only thing I can hold is me drink. Oh, that's mighty generous, Gov. If you want to know anything about this bleeding city, just say the word. Mortimer Gideon III is at your service. Let me think. Hey, you see that street right in front of you? That's your direct route. I'll tell you, it's pure anarchy down there. But if you're a bit of a wuss, just use the ruddy side road. Might be able to avoid a lot of hassle that way. Then again, I wouldn't journey into the unknown all on my own, but maybe that's just me. Warehouse? Good one, mate. We call it Terminal Z. That bloated pile of pus Johnny runs his ruddy drug empire in that crap hole. Peddles some stuff called Blue Sparkle all over the ruddy harbour. Stuff's more addictive than bourbon. Or so I've heard. I appreciate your patronage, Guff.
There's no getting past those soldiers. Let's take the shortcut, okay? I'll go ballistic if I don't get my blue sparkle soon.
Fat lot of good that'll do us. Haven't you heard the stories?
The ones about the missing people? Come on, I don't believe in fairy tales.
It's true. People just disappear down there.
Well, don't worry. I'll be with you all the way.
break in here? Come to Penny at once. My door's open to everyone, sweetheart, but this is outrageous. Looks like I've caught myself a shoplifter. Not at all, sweetheart. What's done is done. I'm not surprised, though. Not one bit. I've seen desperation like this in a lot of people. Hunger drives us to do things we never thought possible. I hate to let you leave on an empty stomach. If only my cooling chamber was working, I'd take real good care of you. Still, it's useless. I won't be able to do anything without a spare part. That's wonderful, sweetheart. You're a real lifesaver. You just have to find one of those bots scuttling around all over Port Nixon and salvage a spare part. Should be easy as pie for someone of your abilities. Just find me a spare part from one of those little scuttlebots. Once my cooling chamber is up and running, we'll have a real feast. Sure, but I am not allowed to sell my best wares in here. That's the law of the wastelands, sweetheart. If someone gave those ruffians on Main Street a taste of their own medicine, I might be able to sell you some special stuff over the counter. How's the spare part hunt going, sweetheart? Trying to wrap me around your little finger, sweetheart? Good news, it's working. Never thought about it. Port Nixon is the only home I've ever known. I love everyone here to bits. My mama always told me, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, Penny. Ever since the shit hit the fan, feeding our neighbors has become my mission in life. Such a silly girl, huh? How's the spare part hunt going, sweetheart? Without you, a lot of people would have gone hungry tonight. Your reward is waiting in the cooling chamber. Don't be shy now, sweetheart. You've earned every little bit. I'll be with you in a second, okay? Welcome to Penny's Meat Grinder, sweetheart. I've lured you right into my little world. And now, it's dinner time.
Don't eat me, please! I'm not going down without a fight! Wait, you're not? Then what the hell is going on here? She lured me and my boyfriend inside and disemboweled him right in front of my eyes. Damn bitch said she was gonna keep me for dessert. I thought I was a goner for sure. I suppose I should give you some kind of reward for saving me. Sorry. Please take this. It's all I have left. I have nowhere left to go, but maybe I can make a difference right here.
Welcome to my office. Hey, don't take this the wrong way, but you look like you've seen better days. You get mugged or something? If you need a bit of cash to get back on your feet, I might be able to help. I guess my reputation precedes me. Yeah, guilty as charged. I'm Finn the moneylender. You want to get in business or what? $2,000 tech scrap? You have to be joking. If this goes on much longer, I won't be able to feed my family. I hope you see the truth one day. Miss Fox isn't what she seems. Sometimes you can't see the big picture without squinting.
Drove them from our homes and defended our creed. But the combat drugs were only a means to an end. Enlightenment comes not only from purity of action, but also from purity of thought. Seek transcendence and be reborn. Make a pilgrimage to the cathedral and become one with the spark again before it is too late. My poor, benighted children. It is I, Celeste, your humble matriarch. Even though you accept the truth of the spark in your hearts, you've strayed from my teachings. The path to deliverance is not through mind-altering narcotics. Do not, my children, become addicted to a mere tool. You did well to use our chemicals defending our sacred sites. They strengthened your arms and sharpened your minds when the unrighteous came to tear down our great works. You drove them from our homes and defended our creed. But the combat drugs were only a means to an end. Enlightenment comes not only from purity of action, but also from purity of thought. Seek transcendence and be reborn. Make a pilgrimage to the cathedral and become one with the spark again before it is too late. My poor, benighted children. It is I, Celeste, your humble matriarch. Even though you accept the truth of the spark in your hearts, you've strayed from my teachings. The path to deliverance is not through mind-altering narcotics. Do not, my children, become addicted to a mere tool. You did well to use our chemicals defending our sacred sites. They strengthened your arms and sharpened your minds when the unrighteous came to tear down our great works. You drove them from our homes and defended our homes. But enlightenment comes not only from purity.
Attention, everyone! Fort Nixon is under attack. My brother has once again sent his spies to infiltrate our ranks. Don't believe anyone out there. Little Johnny, you're only...
You'll be on the...
All hail, Lord Eli.
You look so sad. What's happened? Thank you so much, young'un. Good to know there are some honest people left in this world. You've done more than enough. Just check out my offers and I'll take care of the rest. Thank you again.
Attention, everyone! Some of my boys were ambushed on Main Street earlier today. I've now had a good, long, constructive talk with them. Sadly,
My poor, benighted children. It is odd.
Children are starving. Homeless. I prefer to cook. Calm down, Gov. I'll give you the lay of the land. Warehouse? Good one, mate. Pedal some. I appreciate your patronage, Gov.
Your humble matriarch.